at him in the name of Barros with a Trogon. Eliminates him from the equation, leaving
So getaway might be working for him, especially as AG is not chasing them. But back to the same scenario that we have earlier, a lot of teams in one specific combat or one specific area, and I won't be surprised if it happens again because we've seen how great survivability each team has, especially if they have a vending machine on them. But right now, I don't think we have a vending machine in this specific area. And this is something that might throw off some of the teams right now who's trying to survive.
The command post, there should be one right behind. EVOS, the closest one to it, I think. PE Sports, on the other hand, obviously can make a good fight for it. Just shooting players out of the sky. And Twisted Minds picking up a couple of extra points here for themselves. As we all gather at command post, waiting for the sign on the next zone. Shadow Esports up against AG Global is an appointment that Shadow wants to avoid, and the jump pad helps them do that.
Yeah, let's see though. Will they be helped? They are being targeted, and one would be taken down. I guess the rest of the squad would be taken down as well, as Twisted Mind is on point. So they go down in 9th place, 8 team remaining now, and we're still in named for themselves, probably waiting to grab that 250 for today as well.
I swear I will not know what to say if in the next game Twisted Minds gets taken out in the 12th spot. The Booyah curse has been going on strong today, Neptune. You know exactly how it is here in the competition. The teams haven't been able to get away from it. Earlier we saw exactly that before two teams, Avida XKDC as well as Falcons. Falcons only walked away with 2 points in this lobby this time round after they got taken out. I mean, in the previous game, they walked away with a solid 12 elimination Booyah. But Twisted Minds, right, again, very consistent in all three games. 18 points in Nexterra, and then Purgatory, I think they got more than 12 points, and now they hit a massive game. I think I saw more than 18, 19 eliminations around their side, plus the Booyah. This should put them in the 30-pointer range to climb up the leaderboard, if anything, achieve that -- 1 spot in terms of today's performance.
And with that alone, I think they will be able to overtake, if not take the top 3, by the for today's best team. So I'm really looking forward to how Twisted Mind will continue this. If they can pull away from the curse, continue what they're doing in terms of elimination, we might be seeing the old Twisted Mind into this brand right now. And I'm really seeing that how they are right now is even better compared to when they first turned into Twisted Mind, if you know what I mean. So this aggression is their style, but they need to work on Booyahs, and this is a plan that they're pulling out to use it in the group stage to grab Booyah, find a final circle in terms of getting elimination along the way.
Yeah, the teams are definitely finding their rhythm, right? I think the electrotherapy is working wonders for the squad for sure. We saw that in use a couple of times. AG Global pretty much having the exact same playstyle, just not enough luck this time around. I think placement points wise, they did not expect to get taken out of the lobby so early. Eliminations wise, they were rocking the town before they got wiped, right? Again, they went to prey onto Onyx, and then they got wiped from the back. So, I mean, tit for tat, whoever who gets it, gets it. But the way Twisted Minds took AG Global out was the exact same way AG preyed onto Onyx. The Bolt Maker, expensive, but very, very useful when you're going in for the attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that they really need to work on. If you can use the Bolt Maker in the perfect timing, you can throw off the guard of your opponents. And that's what we've seen twice already in this game. And even when it was introduced, like in this game, in Free Fire right now. So there's just a lot of things that need to be done for you to be able to survive those onslaught. One is to utilize skills, passive skills, active skills, to heal your teammates, to get away from harm. And I guess it's most of finding the compounds as well, where you have a little bit of cover. Not to get aggressive if it's active, but the timing needs to be precise.
Yeah, the timing definitely needs to be precise in situations where you need to figure out exactly what your move is going to be, right? I think we spotted out Cypher earlier on with the Valiant dashes. I think he played it very well. The only problem is they were fresh off of a fight up against Onyx Olympus. By the time Twisted Mind stabbed them in the back, most of their active skills were still on cooldown. There's just really nothing much that they could do in that situation except try to react. But of course, unfortunate for them, Twisted Minds with the Bolt Maker, Lightning Zone, putting the pressure on them, the timing of their active skills, it was a easy turnaround for Twisted Minds to flank around, get those points, and then, of course, waltz on into that final circle for the Booyah. The Bass gets the #1 elimination spot, followed by LBT, who has the equal numbers, a total of 7 for the both of them. Barros with the 6 eliminations in this lobby. Twisted Minds throws their own player in here with Jump for a total of 5. Cypher getting the second highlight for AG Global with the 4. So I guess based on this alone, we can assume that AG Global would have gotten the most number of eliminations in the lobby. We'll have to wait and see. But again, going back to the lineup, the electrotherapy and the electrotherapy and the Valiant Dash through the Cassie and the Oscar, I think it have been the biggest difference maker for the squad so far. The Morse hasn't really been doing its work, but maybe I'll be proven wrong when we see the numbers in a little bit, Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, the Morse is good for getting in position as well as trying to get away from the opponents. But speaking of numbers, I guess it doesn't work that well, but the damage is suffice to be given to Exposé, and we've seen how well Exposé was positioning right there. If you want to get on top of any compound, especially in that specific map, you can use that Moors not to be spotted. And once you're in a specific spot wherein you have a little bit of cover, disable it, snipes your opponent, give the signal for the rest of the squad, and that gives an opening for your frontliners as well, which we've seen has a lot of points. And 31 Bomber with a 19 elimination from Twisted Mind. They take a lead in this game.
Yeah, I thought a 30 Bomber. They went for a 31 Bomber. I will take it. All Gamers Global right behind them with a total of 31. PE Sports doing fine in this game with a total of 18 points, followed by EBOS Divine. But towards the bottom, you see Falcons getting taken out way too early here after their Booyah. Team Flash kind of down and out and a little bit too early. RRQ meeting a early end as well. It's unfortunate that they couldn't really farm, but a little up and down RRQ is seeming in this season.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hiccups that they've met from previous season, and then this tournament though, they're still trying to adapt to how the other teams are. And take note that we have new teams being introduced here that, despite of not being part of the top dog list, they are still disrupting their rhythm for the moment. But as we look at today's standings, Twisted Mind, AG Global tied right here, and what's taken the lead is the Booyah that Twisted Mind has gotten.
Absolutely, man. And of course, with the 63 points tied at the very top, it still shows that the Thai teams are dominant. RRQ, like you said earlier, snuck in between the Thai teams and have chosen to stay there. But I'm surprised because they barely pulled away any points. They're lucky that Falcons got taken out too early in this game with XKDC not really picking up too much as well. But now PE Sports has a decent chance of leapfrogging over even RRQ with this next matchup if they can figure out exactly how they want to maneuver around all of this chaos, right? Because PE Sports hasn't been able to find that big pointer game for themselves just yet.
Let's see if they can get the big pointer games. So far, I'm really loving that there's different teams who's really showing up right now in this competition. And it's not the usual from what we've seen yesterday. A lot of teams has been catching up, but in terms of what they've done, especially with the number of matches that they have, a few will take a lead. But if we get averages of those matches, we can see rises of those teams, especially for those in Group C. And I'm loving the storyline right now. I'm really looking forward to them completing a full set before we judge on who is doing quite well in this specific week.
Yeah, and of course, at the end of the day, remember, for Phase 1, which is our group stage, over the 2 weeks of play, we will not be eliminating any teams whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
This is just for them to go in and really try out whatever they want to test out on the most recent OB53 update. So as they solidify exactly how they're going to be playing with their lineup of active passive skills in a lobby which is vicious, they then get to play in Phase 2, which is our knockout stage, where we will have the early qualifiers into Point Rush. So, and even then, even at that stage, you're not getting eliminated from the competition. Week 4, we will get rid of the bottom 6 teams. So a lot of opportunities to fail here, Neptune. So we don't mind that too much. But of course, the teams that flex it, I can't wait to see more of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to that, on how well they can play it, and the variation of how they get booyahs, they get elimination, and go for an engagement. So I'm really looking forward to those kind of situation. But I do agree, there's not really a lot of a risk, especially in the first 2 weeks of play. If you can go like for the final for all the 3 weeks of the knockout stage, we are looking forward to you to take that. Right now, that's 3 matches already done, and I guess this is a time for us to go in for an interview before we go for a quick break. So let's bring it over to our host right now for the interview, and we'll see you in a bit.
Hey, what's up, y'all? And now we are with the team that bought the first Booyah in the first game, Avida X KDC เอาล่ะค่ะทุกคนตอนนี้อยู่กับทีมที่นำบูย่ามาสำเร็จในเกมแรกนะคะ Avida X KDC Can you briefly introduce yourself ช่วยแนะนำตัวสั้นๆหน่อยได้ไหมคะ
สวัสดีครับผม AVD ลองกองครับผม
Yesterday you guys got the second place but today you got the booyah from the first game. How did you guys prepare for this? เมื่อวานเนี่ยได้ที่ 2 แต่วันนี้มาได้ที่ 1 ในเกมแรกเลย ไม่ทราบว่าเตรียมตัวกันยังไงบ้างคะ
ก็ไปนอนดู RQ ต้นเกมมาครับ แล้วก็แก้เกมเขาครับ แล้วก็ที่ได้บูย่ามาก็รู้สึกดีครับ แล้วก็เป็นบูย่าที่เราถนัดที่สุดครับ เป็นท้ายวงครับ
ไม่ธรรมดาเลยนะคะ So the last night they keep watching how RRQ playing and they learn about the skill and today they feel really happy that they got the first booyah. And today you guys keep land on the same area as RRQ again. What do you want to tell to them? วันนี้เนี่ยลงทับ RRQ อีกแล้วอะอยากจะบอกอะไร RRQ หรือเปล่าคะ
ก็ฝากบอกว่าก็พวกผมเป็นทีมน้องใหม่ครับ ก็วันนี้อาจจะแพ้แต่วันหน้าอาจจะสูสีครับผม เดี๋ยวเราต้องเจอกันอีกยาวครับ
RRQ, we might be a rookie. Today we might lose, but in the future we might win. So keep coming at us. Okay ค่ะ I really want to know about this. Why you name yourself in the game Long Kong, which is a fruit in Thailand? อยากทราบค่ะว่าทำไมถึงตั้งชื่อเกมว่าลองกอง
ก็ไม่มีอะไรมากครับ ก็ที่บ้านชอบกินลองกองครับ แต่ว่าตอนเด็กผมไม่รู้จักครับ ผมก็เห็นอร่อยดีครับ แล้วก็น่าผลไม้มันเรียกมาตั้งครับ
Nothing much, but my family really like to eat the fruit langsat or long kong so much, and I find it cute, so I named myself Long Kong. And last question, what do you want to tell to the fans that keep cheering on you? อยากจะบอกอะไรแฟนคลับที่คอยเชียร์มาตลอดไหมคะ
ก็ฝากเชียร์ต่อเนี่ยนะครับ แล้วก็ขอบคุณมากๆครับที่เชียร์ผมครับ น้องใหม่ก็ฝากเนื้อฝากตัวเลยครับ
Thank you for keep cheering for us. We are rookie. Keep be kind for us and cheering, looking forward for us. And let's get back to the break. We'll be right back for the fourth game. Bye bye. เจอกันเกม 4 นะคะ พักกันสักครู่ค่ะ
おいそれスノボじゃなくて人体だからそれにこれってケツでブレーキかけるやつだし吉原大炎上の次は異世界大炎上なんてシャレになりませんからバカこれぐらい犠牲を払ってこそコラボに対しての俺たちの気合が伝わるってもんだろ
金ちゃんの言う通りあるコラボのためなら尻の一つや二つ差し出して当然ね
ゲームは終わりだえ皆さんそれって銃逃げるぞカビラこの開発シーンから聞かされてねえよ
しつこい男は嫌いやろ
アームストロングサイクロンですアームストロングなんでこんなとこにまで話してやってくんねえかサダールそいつは新橋じゃねえんだ僕なら噛まれてもいいってこと